Kody Brown hospitalized with mental illness, and Robyn's reason a family shaken to its core. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I'm Olivia, and I hope you're well by God's grace. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The Brown family has faced many storms over the years, but none has been as shocking as this latest revelation. Kody Brown, the patriarch of TLC's long-running reality series Sister Wives, has been hospitalized due to a serious mental health crisis. For years, fans have watched his once large and unified plural family unravel before their eyes, but now the consequences of that unraveling appear to have caught up with Kody in a devastating way. Reports began surfacing that Kody had checked into a facility after suffering what insiders described as an emotional collapse. Sources close to the Browns claim that the combination of grief, fractured relationships, financial stress, and relentless criticism finally pushed Kody to his breaking point. While the family has remained largely private about the details, Robyn Brown, Kody's only remaining wife, has spoken cautiously, hinting that her own actions, her relationship with Kody, and the pressures surrounding them may have played a role in his fragile mental state. Fans are now left wondering, did Robyn save Kody, or did she help drive him to this point? The hospitalization has left Sister Wives fans buzzing with speculation, heartbreak, and anger. For many, it is the tragic climax of a decade-long family drama that began as a story about faith, love, and togetherness, but slowly turned into a cautionary tale of favoritism, betrayal, and emotional collapse. The long decline of Kody Brown. To understand how Kody ended up hospitalized, one has to trace the slow, painful unraveling of his life in recent years. From patriarch to pariah. When Sister Wives first premiered Kody was portrayed as a confident, energetic patriarch determined to show the world that plural marriage could be full of love, balance, and family unity. He juggled 4 marriages: Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, alongside raising children. The family was far from conventional, but their openness and affection won over millions of viewers. But over time, cracks began to show. Kody's attention shifted heavily toward Robyn, his youngest and legally recognized wife, leaving the others feeling neglected. Christine openly accused him of playing favorites, while Janelle became increasingly independent. Meri, after her catfishing scandal, drifted further away. By the time season aired, Kody was a man in freefall. Christine had left him, Janelle had separated, and Meri announced her decision to leave as well. Kody went from being the proud husband of 4 women to clinging desperately to just one, Robyn. Fans watched as his personality shifted from charismatic leader to bitter, angry man. He lashed out at his older children, cut off relationships, and isolated himself with Robyn and her kids. Financial woes, and the burden of Coyote Pass. Another crushing weight on Kody's shoulders was money. The Browns had sunk millions into the Coyote Pass property in Flagstaff, Arizona, but disagreements over building homes, coupled with multiple divorces, left the land in limbo. Meanwhile, the cost of maintaining multiple households drained the family's finances. For years, rumors swirled that Kody was struggling to keep up with expenses. With fewer wives contributing income and the family's fame tied directly to its crumbling image, Kody seemed trapped in an endless spiral of stress. Alienation from his children. Perhaps the deepest wound, however, came from Kody's deteriorating relationship with his kids. Many of his older children, particularly Janelle's and Christine's, expressed frustration at his neglect and his perceived favoritism toward Robyn's children. The situation worsened during the COVID pandemic, when Kody enforced strict rules that kept him largely at Robyn's house, further alienating his other families. Some of his children were openly estranged from him. The heartbreaking death of his son, Garrison, only deepened the divide. Fans noted that Kody's grief appeared complicated by guilt, anger, and distance, leaving him emotionally adrift. All these factors, lost marriages, financial strain, estranged children, public backlash, built up like storm clouds. Insiders say that in the months leading to his hospitalization, Kody was increasingly erratic, paranoid, and depressed. He was said to swing between bursts of anger and long periods of withdrawal, refusing to engage with anyone outside of Robyn's household. Robyn, meanwhile, became both his caretaker and, according to some sources, the source of added stress. Her insistence on protecting her position as the last wife standing may have unintentionally deepened Kody's sense of isolation. Finally, according to family insiders, Kody suffered what was described as an emotional breakdown, leading to his hospitalization. Robyn Brown has always been at the center of the Brown family's controversies. When she entered the family inn, she was framed as a fresh start, a younger, spiritual, and romantic addition to the household. Over time, however, her presence came to symbolize division. When news broke that Kody had been hospitalized, all eyes immediately turned to Robyn. Fans demanded to know, what role did she play in this collapse? Robyn as the last wife standing. For years, Robyn's position as Kody's favorite wife was obvious, though never officially admitted. She received more of his time, affection, and emotional investment. When the other wives voiced concerns, Kody defended Robyn fiercely, often alienating his other families in the process. But with favoritism came pressure. Once Christine, Janelle, and Meri walked away, Robyn was left carrying the entire emotional burden of Kody's broken family. As the only remaining wife, she became his caretaker, his confidant, and his shield against the public. Robyn herself hinted at the strain in interviews, saying, "I didn't sign up to be the only one. I feel like I'm drowning sometimes." Insiders say her guilt and frustration may have boiled over behind closed doors, leading to explosive arguments with Kody about their situation. The alleged reason behind Kody's breakdown. According to sources close to the family, Robyn's reason for Kody's mental state is complicated. On one hand, she blames the stress of his fractured relationships with his ex-wives and children. On the other, critics argue that her constant need for reassurance and her role in driving wedges between Kody and the others may have fueled his collapse. Some fans even speculate that Robyn may have pressured Kody to seek hospitalization, not out of malice, but because she could no longer handle his volatility at home. Others suggest her controlling nature made him feel trapped, amplifying his depression. Whether she is Kody's savior or his downfall remains the most heated debate among fans. The impact of Garrison Brown's death. No discussion of Kody's mental health can ignore the tragedy that struck the family in early, the death of his son, Robert Garrison Brown. Kody Brown's hospitalization doesn't just affect his family, it also shakes the very foundation of the reality empire that has kept them in the spotlight for over a decade. Sister Wives has always thrived on conflict, heartbreak, and raw emotion, but this storyline pushes the show into uncharted territory. Will TLC keep filming? Rumors have swirled that TLC producers are scrambling behind the scenes. With Kody hospitalized, questions arise. Will production pause? Or will the cameras keep rolling, capturing the aftermath in real time? Some insiders claim TLC executives see this as an opportunity to reshape the show around the ex-wives and their new lives, while still checking in on Robyn as she navigates being the last wife standing. Others argue that exploiting Kody's illness could backfire, making the network appear predatory. Robyn's central role going forward. If Sister Wives continues, Robyn may become the reluctant star. She is already the focal point of the family's drama. And now, with Kody incapacitated, her decisions will shape the narrative. Will she stand by him during treatment? Will she clash more openly with the ex-wives? Or will she finally consider leaving the plural marriage altogether? The ex-wives' expanding stories. Christine, now happily married to David Woolley, represents a tale of triumph after heartbreak. Janelle, fiercely independent, could anchor her own storyline about resilience and motherhood. Meri, meanwhile, continues to build a new life outside the shadow of polygamy. TLC may seize this moment to pivot the show away from Kody and toward the women he left behind. Ironically, the series that began as a defense of plural marriage could end as a story about women finding strength outside of it. Kody Brown's hospitalization marks a turning point not only for his family, but also for the cultural phenomenon that is Sister Wives. Once the confident leader of a sprawling plural family, he now faces a battle with his own mind, haunted by broken relationships, financial struggles, and personal regrets. Robyn's role remains the most polarizing. To some, she is the only person keeping Kody afloat. To others, she is the catalyst of his downfall. The reason behind his mental collapse. The truth may lie somewhere in between, that both love and dysfunction tied them together in a bond that ultimately consumed them. For the ex-wives, the hospitalization provides a sobering reminder of the consequences of emotional neglect and favoritism. For the children, it underscores the generational pain of watching their father unravel. And for fans, it serves as the ultimate dramatic twist in a saga they've followed for over a decade. The road ahead is uncertain. Will Kody recover and rebuild fractured bonds? Or will this hospitalization mark the end of his role as patriarch, both in his family and on television? One thing is clear. The story of the Browns is far from over. The public backlash. Kody's hospitalization has ignited fierce debates online. Critics argue that TLC and the family should finally end the show and prioritize healing. Others, more cynical, believe the Browns will use this crisis as yet another storyline to extend their fame. Possible reunion on camera. There are whispers that TLC is planning a dramatic reunion episode, perhaps even a special centered around Kody's illness. Imagine the ex-wives sitting across from Robyn, confronted by Sakanya Krishnan, as they debate responsibility for Kody's breakdown. The ratings would be explosive, but the emotional cost could be devastating. Will Robyn stay? Will Robyn remain by Kody's side if his condition worsens? Her tears on camera have often been seen as manipulative, but some believe this may be the breaking point where she reconsiders her role. If she leaves, Kody could be truly alone for the first time in decades. If this hospitalization is indeed the climax of the Brown family saga, it closes a chapter unlike any in reality TV history. Kody began his journey, hoping to show the beauty of plural marriage. Instead, the world watched as favoritism, ego, and emotional neglect tore it apart. His legacy is now forever tied not to unity, but to collapse. And yet, even in tragedy, there is resilience. Christine found new love. Janelle found independence. Meri found her voice. The children, though scarred, continue to live their own stories beyond the cameras. As for Robyn, she will forever be remembered as both the great love of Kody's life and the flashpoint of the family's downfall. Her reason, whether as protector or destroyer, will remain debated for years. And Kody? His future is uncertain, but perhaps away from the cameras, he may finally confront the demons that years of pride and denial forced him to ignore. Reality TV fans were stunned when news broke that Kody Brown and his wife Robyn had publicly made false accusations against Christine Brown, one of Kody's ex-wives. For years, Sister Wives viewers have watched the Browns navigate complex relationships, love triangles, and polygamous dynamics, but this recent scandal has escalated tensions to unprecedented levels. The accusations, which ranged from mismanagement of family responsibilities to personal misconduct, have shaken not only the family, but also the fan base. Christine, who had already endured a strained marriage with Kody and a public divorce, now faced the additional burden of defending herself against allegations she claims are entirely fabricated. Fans quickly took sides online, sparking heated debates over credibility, loyalty, and long-standing family tensions. The situation underscores the volatile nature of life under the reality TV spotlight, where personal grievances often play out for public consumption. The accusations, what was said? Sources reveal that the accusations made by Kody and Robyn were multifaceted. Claims suggested Christine had mishandled funds related to the family's shared properties and expenses. Allegations surfaced that Christine had not prioritized her children's emotional needs, according to Kody and Robyn. Dishonesty in communication. Kody and Robyn accused Christine of withholding information and being manipulative in family decisions. Christine, in response, publicly denied all claims and labeled them as outrageous and hurtful. She emphasized that the accusations were false, misleading, and damaging to both her reputation and her children. The timing of the accusations, right after Christine had started a new chapter in her personal life with David Woolley, led many fans to speculate that Kody and Robyn were attempting to undermine her credibility and maintain control of the narrative on the show. Kody's role and motivations. Kody Brown has always been the central figure in the family drama. His role as patriarch carries immense influence over his wives and children, but it also makes him the focal point for controversy. Historical context. Over the years, Kody has been accused by his ex-wives of favoritism, manipulation, and emotional neglect. His devotion to Robyn, often at the expense of Christine and Janelle, has fueled long-standing tension within the family. This history provides context for why he might target Christine with false accusations, a combination of control, resentment, and fear of losing influence. Public perception fans have noted that Kody's accusations often align with moments when he feels threatened, either emotionally or socially. Christine's independence and growing bond with David may have triggered what insiders describe as a defensive reaction from Kody. Robyn's involvement in the accusations cannot be understated. As the youngest and legally recognized wife, she has long been seen as Kody's closest ally. Alleged motivations protection of status. Robyn may have feared that Christine's resurgence could threaten her position as Kody's favored wife. Influence over Kody. Multiple sources suggest Robyn has significant sway over Kody's decisions, particularly regarding the ex-wives. Family dynamics control. By aligning with Kody against Christine, Robyn reinforced her authority in the household while isolating the other women. While some fans speculate that Robyn was the mastermind, others argue she was simply supporting Kody out of loyalty, illustrating the complex web of relationships within the family. Christine's perspective and response. Christine, the target of the false accusations, has remained remarkably composed despite the public scrutiny. In interviews, she described the situation as painful but not unexpected, noting the long history of tension with Kody and Robyn. Rebuttals. Christine denied all claims and offered her own perspective. She has been fully transparent with family finances. She has maintained strong and consistent relationships with her children. She feels the accusations are manipulative tactics designed to paint her in a negative light. Christine's stance has won the sympathy of many fans who view her as a victim of a calculated campaign by Kody and Robyn to control the family narrative. The fallout among the Browns. The false accusations created ripples throughout the Brown family. Janelle and Meri. Janelle reportedly expressed disappointment in Kody and Robyn for targeting Christine. She described the accusations as unnecessary and divisive. Meri, the first wife, has remained largely silent, but is said to be frustrated by the ongoing drama, viewing it as a continuation of Kody's long-standing patterns of favoritism. On-camera tensions. Production sources indicate that the conflict spilled onto filming sets, creating tense and awkward moments between cast members. The accusations have reshaped how cameras capture family interactions, with increased focus on confrontations and emotional exchanges. Fans quickly took to social media to debate the validity of the accusations. Divided loyalties. Supporters of Christine condemned Kody and Robyn, praising Christine for her composure and calling the allegations unfair and cruel. Supporters of Kody and Robyn argued that the accusations might contain some truth, citing past disputes and family disagreements, memes, commentary, and online debates. The controversy has fueled an explosion of fan-created content, from memes to detailed analyses of Brown family dynamics. Online forums are ablaze with speculation about motives, truth, and potential future fallout. The fallout from Kody and Robyn's false accusations against Christine has created uncertainty about the future of sister wives. Filming has reportedly become tense. Producers face the delicate task of capturing drama without crossing ethical boundaries, especially since the accusations involve personal reputations and mental health. Sources suggest some cast members are reluctant to film certain scenes, fearing they might escalate conflicts further. Potential shifts in storyline. The accusations have inadvertently shifted focus toward the ex-wives' lives outside of Kody's shadow. Christine, for instance, has gained renewed attention as fans rally behind her. Janelle and Meri may also receive more airtime, exploring their independence and resilience. Producers may consider pivoting the narrative away from Kody's central control and toward the women's stories, highlighting their strength, independence, and perspectives on family conflict. This could mark a major evolution in the series after more than a decade of Kody-centric storylines. Robyn's position. Robyn's role is now under scrutiny. Will she remain Kody's primary ally and on-screen focal point? Or will the backlash against the false accusations force her to reconsider her position in the family? Some insiders suggest that Robyn is feeling increasing pressure from both the family and fans, which could lead to dramatic changes in her approach to filming. The accusations are unlikely to fade quickly. Experts in reality TV dynamics predict several long-term effects. Family strain. Tensions between Kody, Robyn, and the ex-wives are expected to worsen. Christine has reportedly considered legal advice regarding defamation, which could escalate the situation further. Meanwhile, Janelle and Meri may continue distancing themselves, creating further isolation for Kody and Robyn. Public perception. Fan divisions are deepening. Social media polls and online forums reveal a near-even split between supporters of Christine and supporters of Kody/Robyn. This polarization threatens the family's public image and could impact the show's ratings. Emotional toll. Insiders warn that Christine is emotionally exhausted from defending herself publicly while maintaining her private life. Kody, on the other hand, faces criticism not just for the accusations, but also for long-standing family disputes that resurfaced due to the controversy. Media coverage and fan speculation. The media has quickly picked up the story. Entertainment outlets highlight the explosive drama and speculate on the truth behind the accusations. Headlines emphasize tension, betrayal, and family fractures, fueling public interest. Fan theories. Robyn as the mastermind. Some believe Robyn manipulated Kody to target Christine to secure her own status. Kody acting out of fear. Others suggest Kody's behavior stems from insecurity and fear of losing control of the narrative. A mutual misunderstanding. A minority believe the accusations stem from genuine miscommunication rather than malicious intent. Online, fans dissect every episode, rewatching confrontations and comparing past behavior to current accusations. The debate has expanded beyond the show itself, turning into a commentary on plural marriage, loyalty, and family ethics. The Brown family saga continues. Kody and Robyn's false accusations against Christine mark yet another dramatic chapter in the Brown family saga. Key takeaways. Family fractures intensify. Long-standing tensions between Kody, Robyn, and the ex-wives have worsened. Christine emerges as a symbol of resilience. Despite public scrutiny, she has maintained dignity and transparency. Fan and media attention skyrockets. The controversy has reinvigorated interest in sister wives, though at a significant emotional cost. The future is uncertain. Whether the show will continue with this storyline, pivot toward the women, or explore reconciliation remains to be seen. In essence, this scandal illustrates the fragile dynamics of the Brown family. Love, rivalry, loyalty, and betrayal exist side by side, often spilling over into public view. Fans may debate who is right or wrong, but the one certainty is that the Browns will continue to captivate audiences with every twist, turn, and conflict. The accusations may have been false, but their impact on relationships, reputations, and reality television is very real. And as the cameras keep rolling, viewers will be watching closely to see what happens next in the ever-complicated life of the Brown family. Sister wives. Janelle Brown will never forgive Kody. The full story.